Welcome back for day 10 of the Complete Body Transformation Challenge, everybody. Pillar number 10, stay positive and be consistent. First of all, stay positive. If you think positive, things will go positive. If you think negative, things will go negative. If you look for the positive in any situation, you'll see it. If you look for the negative in any situation, you'll see it. And this challenge is no different. Your health is no different. Your life is no different. What you look for, what you focus on is what you'll find. So as you're going through this, look for all the positive growth opportunities you've had and all the progress that you're making, because progress is life. You know, this is a journey, not a destination. You're going to have setbacks. You know, there's no such thing as failure unless you give up. And unless you give up, you're just going to have setbacks. But from what I found, think back to a time in your life that you had a setback. Did it make you stronger or weaker? You know, for me, most things, and for most people I know, when they have a severe setback, it really shows them who they are, that they can make it through anything, and it makes you stronger, and it builds a muscle that makes you, on a psychological standpoint, just so much stronger. So reward yourself during this. Pat yourself on the back. Stay on the positive track. Look for what good is coming out of it, and stay focused on all that growth, and that'll help keep that momentum of that positive thought process going through this. Secondly, consistency. Consistency breeds success. It's not that the successful people in any endeavor do that many different things than the people that are unsuccessful at anything. One thing I have found is the most successful people in the world in any category are consistent. They have a consistent discipline that the average person just doesn't have. And your health is no different. It's not that you have to do, 3 hours of working out a day. It's not that you have to eat exactly perfect, but it means consistently, the more consistent you are, the more you'll see results long term. And that's why, these first 10 days, it's take it one step at a time. It's okay if you've only done 2 or 3 of the pillars, but you weren't doing any before, you're making 20 to 30% change. So focus on that positive, and then just work on the consistency. Okay, well, maybe you get your water one day and not the other. Well, then maybe your goal the next day is to try and get your water, 5 out of 7 days instead of 4 out of 7 days. Just work on building that consistency, because it's not so much what you do for the movement. Like for the movement category, 15 to 60 minutes, that's why I made it that way. For the days that are tough, you're tight on time, at least get 15 minutes so you're consistently every day. It's just a conditioned thing to get that movement in. So stay positive and be consistent, pillar number 10. We're going to run through a quick review here, and then later, a couple hours later, I'm interviewing a dear friend of mine, Steve, and you guys are just going to love him. I mean, when we talk about consistency, he's one of the most consistent people I've seen in over 2 decades. I mean, the man since the age of 12 has only missed a few days of movement, and that's due to sickness, illness, or travel. But on a regular day, when things are consistent for him, he hasn't missed a workout since age 12. The man is 50. So he's got some great things to share for us. He's an expert in this field, and I can't wait to introduce you to him. But until then, let's get through the 10 pillars one more time. Pillar number 1, your journal. Some of you maybe aren't doing this every day. You're thinking, oh, I know why I'm doing this. Knowing is doing. You got to condition yourself. The stronger your belief, the better your habits will be. I see a lot of times with health that people, they go and try and change their habits. Oh, I'm going to start working out and eating right or moving or whatnot, but they don't change that belief. I mean, if you change your belief, I want you to challenge your belief. What are you doing, or what do you want? Why do you want it? And what will it cost you if you don't take action now? Because if you condition that belief, it's not a choice every day whether you're going to move a little bit more, eat a little bit better, and follow these 10 pillars. That's just a conditioned thing that'll happen because your belief is my body's my temple. If I trash my temple, where am I going to live? That health is important to me. If I don't take care of my health, who will? And when you strengthen those beliefs, what do you want? Why do you want it? And what it'll cost you, and you remind yourself on a daily basis, it's just ingrained that it's just second nature. You know what drives you when it comes to your health. That's the key to keeping your motivation, because I always hear people, and you have too, where they say, well, oh gosh, I just lose the motivation. Where do you get your motivation from? This is a daily thing. This is what the most successful people in any field know. They know why they do what they do. They have an inner drive that they know exactly why they get up in the morning, why they have a hard time falling asleep at night. And that's why I want you to do this journal, to just ingrain that in you so it becomes second nature of you doing these things. So make sure you get up first thing every morning, change that state, shoulders back, deep breath, and then just write down, what do you want, why do you want it, and what it'll cost you if you don't start. And don't worry about being right. It could be different every day. Just keep writing it down. Secondly, is get your 5 to thrive. I can't tell you the influence peer group has had on my life, and the most successful people out there in any endeavor, they have a circle. They have a circle of influence that keeps them focused, keeps them driving, and holds them accountable. Proximity is power. So find your 5 to thrive, and not, don't just find them, get them started, and forget about them. Check in with them every day. How are you doing? Here's what my struggles are. Here's where my strengths are. How can I help you? Here's where I need help. And you coach each other back and forth. I'll be coaching you through video, and you can get information other places, but finding somebody that you know, love, and care about, and holding each other accountable. And like I said, why the power of 5 is sometimes people are going to have bad days. When you got 5 people to bounce back and forth, you're going to get a better result. You're always going to have somebody that's kind of going, hey, let's do this. You'll balance out the ups and downs between that group, and you'll have this energy, and you make this thing fun. Pillar number 3, get your water in. Your body's 70% water. You can't live without it. Get it in. You can't drink what you don't have, so carry a bottle with you everywhere. Pillar number 4, your fruits and vegetables. We all know we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, but it's just difficult to get, especially if you're in a cold climate. And then not only 7 to 13 servings, but in broad variety, so you get those thousands of phytonutrients and antioxidants that synergistically work together. And so we know what we do eat, we know what we should eat. Bridge that gap and get your Juice Plus today, And the website's in your email. You can just go to luke.juiceplus.com and get it. But it's the best thing I've found in the last couple decades that really helps me bridge that gap, keeps me healthy on the road when I'm low on sleep or whatnot. It's just, order and swallow. It's that simple. Pillar number 5, 5 to 6 smaller meals throughout the day. Can't emphasize enough. Set that trick 15 minutes early on the alarm clock. Breakfast is your largest meal. Lunch is your second. Dinner is your smallest. And typically the American diet is flip-flopped, where we miss breakfast and we eat dinner as our largest meal. Then we wonder why a person struggles to maintain their weight or keep their energy. You got to put fuel in the beginning of the day. You wouldn't put the gas in after you drive the car. You wouldn't get there. So put the fuel in the beginning of the day, and then never go 3 to 4 hours without eating. Okay. Pillar number 6. We know there's plenty of it. I mean, if you look at the average size of a supermarket, even 10 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, significantly smaller. The only growth in that supermarket is processed and junk foods. If you walk around the perimeter, everything you need in a grocery store is around the perimeter. The closer to Mother Nature is, the better it is for you. And like we said, you know what junk is. You know what it isn't. You know when you eat something, if it gives you energy, it's good for you. If you feel worse afterwards, it's bad for you. A lot of times we forget that we're our best nutritionists. When you eat something, if you feel better right immediately following or slightly after, it's good for you. If you eat something and you get more tired and you don't feel as good, you get indigestion, it's not as good for you. Your body's sending you signals, but we got to listen to that body. So, make sure you've thrown away 2 to 4 things, and maybe each week try and throw away 1 more and keep cleaning out those cupboards till you get them just a little bit better and a little more consistent with what you keep in them. And then the 2 things were eliminate fried foods. I mean, just how do you feel after you eat fried foods? The simple test. Just eliminate them. It's that simple. Don't go, once in a while, just eliminate them. You'll feel so much better. And number 2, eliminate soda. There's nothing good in it, and try to eliminate absolutely everything other than water. And what you're going to find is you're eliminating a lot of empty calories and sugar and acid to the body. Your joints are going to feel better. Inflammation is going to go down. Your body's going to push out those toxins from all that extra water you're getting in. You're going to feel so much better. Pillar number 7, 2 shakes a day. Okay, if you want to go use any protein out there, great. I use the Complete because it's plant-based protein. My body absorbs it well. I feel great, mixes up easy, tastes great. So, I go with the Complete 2 shakes a day. And we're going to be sending out next week. I'm going to send out my favorite 3 recipes. If you have time on the go, or if you're on the go and maybe you just have water to mix it with, I got a couple recipes for that. And then I got a couple that I throw in my Vitamix when I have a little more time at home to make them taste really good and even add more nutrients to them. So we'll get more recipes out to you on the Complete Shake, but you can check that out on the website also. But the main reason for that is to help curb your appetite, speed up your metabolism, and give your body the building blocks it needs to rebuild itself. If you're rushing out the door, you forget to set that alarm one morning, or you kind of wake up to the old crap alarm, you can quickly throw some water in, shake it up, drink it. At least you get what your body needs right away, kick that metabolism on, and then you're hungry mid-morning. You get your mid-morning snack, then a good lunch, and you continue on the process. Or maybe if you tend to overeat when you're done with work, you maybe have a shake before you go home so it curbs your appetite so you don't rampage the cupboards when you get home. So we're going to talk more and more about different ways to use these shakes. They're not built to replace food. They're built to help in where you can't get food, to keep that metabolism going and keep giving your body the building blocks it needs to heal up. And that brings us to pillar number 8, good fats, bad fats. We already talked about eliminating some of the bad fats with the fried food, but there's so many good fats out there. You got that list. And there's so many functions that the fats help. They help your body absorb the nutrients, reduce body fat, and increase lean muscle, lubricate the joints. Your brain's over 90, your brain's pretty much made up of just fat and water. So there's so many good things that fat needs to help carry out within the body, but it needs to be good fat. You have a list on that. Slowly incorporate a little bit throughout the day. And again, get to a grocery store or natural food store or anywhere that has it, but most of grocery stores carry this now, is organic virgin coconut oil. 3 teaspoons a day, 1 in the morning, 1 midday, 1 at night. I'm telling you, this is not only going to curb your hunger, it's great for the body, but it is going to limit sugar cravings. It is going to dramatically drop your sugar cravings. Like I said, my hardest cravings were chocolate and ice cream. Even though I'm in the health field, I still have cravings. But 2 years ago, I started taking this, and I heard it from a friend that I love and respect, and is dramatically successful in their field. And I just said, oh, try it for 30 days, see how it works. My body reacted, and I can't tell you, I don't even have to think about it. But once in a while, if I want a piece of chocolate, I'll go have it, but I don't crave it. That's the beauty. And we tend to so overeat on carbs and sugar. So go out and get that coconut oil, and it's just simple. 3 teaspoons, morning, noon, and night. And pillar number 9, move. 15 to 60 minutes a day. I think this is the lost art of why people struggle with energy so much, is everything, we went from a very active life where people had to move every day to now most jobs are sedentary. And there's really no excuse. You get breaks every 2 hours at work or every 4 hours at work, or even at your lunch break. If they don't give you periodic breaks, get on your lunch break, just move for 15 minutes. Even in additional to your movement, just go for a walk with somebody at work for 15 minutes or go for a walk by yourself. Most people are all stressed out by noon, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get everything done in the day? And I've been there. Just go on a walk, and like I said, put your phone on airplane mode so that nobody disturbs you, or just don't bring it with, and just give yourself that me time. So often we worry about taking care of everybody else, and we put ourselves last, and that's why people's health tends to fall, is they go, oh, well, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing this, and I'm taking care of this. And especially you women out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I see it a lot with my female clients, is they put everybody else first, and they forget to take care of them, but then they start resenting the people they love most because they put them ahead of them all that time. The best way to take care of other people, the best way to serve other people, is take care of yourself, because you'll be able to continually serve them in such a positive way and with so much more energy and feel good about it and never resent it if you make the time for you and take care of you along the way. So find your 15 to 60 minutes planned a day. It's fine if you get extra credit. If you go, well, I ended up walking here because the store was just a little 2-3 blocks away, I walked there. Well, great. Still get your plan 15 to 60 minutes a day, walking, jogging, elliptical, some whole body movements. And for those of you out there that are doing more than that already, more workouts, you don't have to cut back. You can maybe up it a little bit. I'm talking for the person that isn't moving. Start at that light to moderate, 15 to 60 minutes a day, 6 to 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. And the reason for that is keep that blood sugar steady, and also get your body to fall in love with movement. Make you realize that it gives you energy. You get what you give. You give your body movement, it wants more. And by doing it in a light way right away, most people tend to go all out on this movement thing, and they go and they work so hard they get all sore, and it doesn't take your body long to say, oh man, this sucks. Why would I want to keep doing this? So I want to build you into it so you fall in love with movement. It'll give you so much juice, de-stress you, and increase that energy. And once your energy's up, it's easier to find more in your time. Because you can put decades into days or days into decades, but that all depends on your energy. Most people say, time's the number one commodity, and I tend to disagree. I believe energy is. Because energy, your energy level, the way you play with energy, what your energy is, allows you to fit 2 days into one or turn 1 day into 2 or more, okay? And think about a friend you have that has worse energy than you or better energy. Look at how much more or less you get done in the day because your energy is slightly better or worse. Okay? So make sure you get that movement in and do it in a fashion that you fall in love with it. And if you have questions, give me a call or send me an email. I mean, my phone will be ringing off the hook. But send me an email so I can reply when, I don't go to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning. So I can reply late at night. That's a great thing with email. Pillar number 10, stay positive and be consistent. Give yourself a pat on the back right now. You've made it to day 10. Most people, it's like a book. Most people don't even make it through the first chapter because it's consistency that breeds success. Okay? And you need to pat yourself on the back and celebrate the small things. Often we set big goals and we forget to celebrate the small successes, start building momentum on that. And this is a journey, not a destination. This is the first 90 days, not the last. This is the starting line. In 90 days, there's a finish line, but that's the next starting line. And you know what I'm talking about with that. If you've ever set a goal before and you work really hard, you strive, you pound through, you have your setbacks, you break through them, you get to that goal, and you get there, and how do you feel? You feel good for a moment, but a week later, you're like, that's it? That's all there is? Because a goal isn't getting to that goal. It isn't hitting that goal. Yeah, you hit it, but then does that make you feel alive a week later? Or is it more about who we become? Who we have to become to achieve that goal? The growth along the way. Growth is life. You think of the times in your life that juiced you. Most times were when you were challenged, when you were fearful and you had to fight through, and you had to grow and you had to become stronger and build up emotional, physical, or psychological muscle. That's when you feel most alive in life. It isn't doing the same thing. Think about the last time you felt really bored or out of it or down. Probably close to a time that you were most comfortable. So get uncomfortable with this. Challenge yourself. Give and you shall receive. You get what you give. So the more energy and focus and commitment you give this challenge, the more you're going to get out of it. I'm here to coach you along the way. I can't wait to hear your successes, your feedback. I already appreciate the feedback I'm getting, but I'm here for you. So feel free, email me nonstop on how I can improve this for you, what information you're looking for more, and how I can help you take action in your life and affect the people around you, because I want you to pay it forward. Get your 5 to thrive and just keep growing it, because it's a gift of health. Share it with everybody you know, love, and care about. We'll rock this thing. And 90 days seems like a long time now, but those last 80 days are going to sneak up quick. So make sure each day you're waking up, cracking out that journal and these other 9 pillars. We'll see you later today with my friend Steve, and back tomorrow for the 11th day of this challenge. Make it an outstanding day and make it happen.